The stage was silent. Not the kind of silence that comes before applause, the kind that comes when an entire room holds its breath because something rare is happening. Something that doesn't belong on a talent show stage. Something that belongs in the deepest part of a human heart. Her name was Jourdan Blue. She walked out alone. No backing band. No elaborate costume. No rehearsed smile plastered across her face to win the crowd before she even opened her mouth. She walked out the way someone walks into a room where they're about to say something that can never be unsaid. Quietly. Carefully. Like she was carrying something fragile. Simon Cowell leaned back in his chair. He had seen 10,000 auditions. He had watched prodigies fall apart under the lights. He had seen seasoned performers lose their nerve the moment the cameras started rolling. He thought he knew what was coming. He was wrong. Jourdan Blue stood at the center of that enormous stage and looked out at a sea of strangers. And for a moment, just a moment, you could see it. The weight. The history behind her eyes. The years of something she hadn't spoken out loud yet. The audience didn't know her story. They couldn't. But somehow, even before she sang a single note, they leaned forward. Then she opened her mouth. The sound that came out wasn't just singing. It was something older than that. Something that skips past the ears and goes straight to the chest. Her voice cracked, not from imperfection, but from truth. Every note she sang felt like it had been waiting inside her for years, pressing against her ribs, desperate to get out. And now, finally, here, under these blinding lights, in front of millions of people, it was free. Simon Cowell went still. He didn't reach for his notepad. He didn't whisper to the other judges. He just listened. And on his face, that famously unreadable face that has ended careers and launched stars with equal calm, something shifted. Something cracked open, just slightly. His jaw tightened. His eyes grew distant, focused somewhere far away from the room. The audience felt it before they understood it. A ripple moved through the crowd. People turned to look at each other. A woman in the third row pressed her hand over her mouth. A man near the back closed his eyes and tilted his head back. This was not entertainment. This was communion. Jourdan kept singing. Her voice climbed and the room climbed with it. Notes that shouldn't have been able to carry so much weight somehow carried everything: grief, longing, hope, the desperate human need to be seen and heard and understood. She wasn't performing. She was confessing. She was releasing something she had been holding so long that letting it go must have felt like falling and flying at the same time. When the last note ended, the silence returned. But this was a different silence. Fuller. Heavier. The kind that comes after something has changed. Then the crowd erupted. They rose to their feet before they even realized they were standing. Applause crashed through the theater like a wave. People were crying, not the polite, dabbing at the corner of your eye kind, but real crying, the kind that catches you off guard, the kind you can't explain to anyone who wasn't there. Simon Cowell looked at Jourdan Blue for a long moment. When he finally spoke, his voice was different. Quieter. Like he was choosing every word. He told her the truth, the kind of truth that doesn't happen often on television. He told her that what she had just done was extraordinary. That her voice wasn't just beautiful. It was necessary. The world needed to hear it. And he wasn't done. His hand moved toward the golden buzzer. The theater went silent again, the breathless kind, the impossible kind, and then he pressed it. Gold confetti exploded from the ceiling. It rained down on Jourdan Blue as she stood there, shaking, tears streaming freely down her face, her hands trembling, unable to fully believe what was happening. The other judges were on their feet. The audience was screaming. And somewhere in all that noise and gold and light, Jourdan Blue was finally, completely, seen. She had walked onto that stage carrying years of silence. She walked off carrying something different. A future. A voice that the whole world had now heard. And a golden ticket to prove it. Some performances you watch and forget by morning. This was not one of them.